Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is Vickie with VJ Designs. I thought I would just do a little video on making clusters. I started a while back making clusters and putting them in my unused calendars or my used calendars, and I keep them in here. Just put a little dab of my tape roller glue on the back so they'll stick in here, and I try to put them according to colors. I keep forgetting I have them, so when I make journals I keep forgetting about them, but this is a great way to keep them. Also, I make my unused calendars. I do master boards in here also. I talked about that in one of my very first videos. So I thought today what I would do is just make some more clusters. And I thought I would just bring you along with me. I got a whole pile of papers here that I pulled out, just random stuff. So if you want to just play along with me, that's what I'm going to do right now. So I just try to get something for base first. With my clusters, I try not to make them, too big. I've been making journals and all kinds of stuff, and I was kind of just running out of steam a little bit, and I'm like, I can't run out of steam. This is a page that I did on my jelly plate, just playing around. Makes kind of a cool background. I'm just going to take a piece of this. It's got yellow in here too. And you've got, well, if you're anything like me, I've got doodads in my, I keep these little containers next to my desk with stuff, odds and ends, and you can just put stuff on them. There's another little piece of paper. You can use these too. I bought this bowl from the community center that I volunteer at, and I love it. The gal made it, and it was like only $20. I couldn't believe. Her prices are amazing, and but she makes the cutest stuff. A little piece of fabric. I don't want to make this video too long because I am starting to wind down. but we can make a few. So you have a good start here for a cluster. And we could put this on. It's kind of cute. I like to use my tiny attacher just to kind of hold things together, and then we can like glue something on top of it. I don't mind, sometimes I don't even cover up the staples. There's first cluster, so cute. And you can make these into paper clips too. I do that a lot too. So I've got a lot of these envelopes that I love using the insides of these security envelopes, the ones that have, you know, that are interesting on the inside. Some of them aren't so pretty, but I like this one. And some I get that are very rarely. I hardly ever get this design right here. Like this one. I like this one. It looks like a plaid. I'm going to shut my door. So I think I had another one. This one, this is green, but it came in like a fake, one of those fake checks you get. This is a blue one, but let's put some music paper with that. Sorry, I'm off screen. I really am starting to feel tired. I've been on the go for the last couple weeks. Start to catch up with me, I think. Now, let's see. You can do that. I don't really like that on there. I have these little stamps in here that somebody gave me. I've just been trying to use up my stash. I have got so much stuff. I spent the last couple hours just trying to clean up. Here's look, they look red. I'm gonna cut it out with these scissors. Anybody have these little decorative scissors? I've got like, I don't know, 8 pair of them that I've had for years. And I've been using them a lot, especially these for like cutting out like faux stamps, and I think I kind of like that. I don't know, do you ever get to the point where you're just so tired you can't even think? I'm kind of at that point. For a while there, I was just having all kinds of ideas for making videos, and then after this big push I had on to make these journals, I'm like, oh, now what? So there's another one. I kind of like this. I'm going to cut this down a little bit. Maybe use that as a background. No. That's not working. Not working for me. This is a piece of glittery type paper that I had done a bunch of punches in. So I've got the negative piece here. We can do something with that. Our weather here, it's been nice. Starts out really cold in the morning, but it hasn't really gotten up past, you know, 50, I think today it might have gotten up to like 52. This is just a piece of cardstock that I was messing around with on the jelly plate. You know, all those little experiments. So maybe I'm finally able to use it. I'm not sure if I can use this. The green kind of goes with that, but then it covers it up. So I don't know if I can use that. This was another, I took some book pages and did a bunch of stenciling and stamping on them. So that's another thing you can do with your book pages, to use them. That's kind of cute. You know what, I think I'm going to do a little edging with the ink. I don't always do that on these clusters, but sometimes it just needs a little bit. It just helps it look a little, stand out a little more. Some people don't like to ink, and I'm sorry if you're one of those people. Like I said, I don't usually ink up my clusters, but this one I think kind of called for it. So I think I'm going to call that one good. And we'll staple it under here. And then we can glue this one on top. It doesn't, all of it doesn't have to be glued down, just, you know, right in the middle. You could always come back in and add a little something if you wanted to. So here's another one. That's kind of cute. And these would go like in your journal, like on the top of the page. Wouldn't that look cute? You could even have them stick it up a little bit if you wanted to. You could use it on the side of the page, paper clip, or on top. Or you could just glue it down, or you could glue it just on the top and make a tuck spot with it. Or have it down in the corner of your page. Glue it like that. You know, whatever you want to do with them. Another piece of this envelope. I really enjoy using these envelopes for all kinds of things. I know I'm kind of determined to use that, but I don't know if I'll use it on here. That's kind of cute. I had this little tag. Just kind of do a little layering thing here. I don't know. What do you think? I think the green isn't working on that one. I think I like that, just like that. So we'll put this down first. You know, this is really a great way to use up your odds and end papers and stuff that you have laying around. And all right, there's another one. I kind of like the colors to coordinate a little bit, if I can. Oh, here's another envelope has an interesting inside to it. This is another book page that I had taken, and I did some ink blending on it, and then I used it's like a honeycomb type stamp, and just stamped over it. So it was kind of cool how it turned out. Get rid of these words up here on the top. Let's see. Can't remember if I did a video on making a snippet roll. I have one here. Show you what I mean. Like this. And it's just collaging on a substrate or whatever you want to use, like book pages or, you know, ugly paper that you don't like or whatever, and you put it into strips, and then you just collage over the top of it. And you make these snippet rolls. You can make it as long as you want, and I keep it rolled up. And then you can just take and cut off a piece of it when you want to use it, like in a journal, or sometimes they look really cute on a card. So I might do a video on that. I'll look back and see if I already did it. I don't think I did on this. I may have. But anyway, those are fun to make. So I'm going to do here. Got a little piece of Tim Holtz paper. My understanding is this is no longer available, so I'm kind of hoarding what I have left of it. But I mean, you got to use it, right? There's no sense in hoarding things because, I mean, what's the point? It's just taking up space, right? Space that I really don't have. I think I'll, you know, and since it's Tim Holtz, we'll grunge him up a little bit. At least this one. I'm not super into grunge, but I do like it on some things. And I like inking, and I do a lot of inking, like in my journals and stuff like that. Occasionally when I make a card, I'll do some inking, but look at here. I believe that's a Tim Holtz piece also. So we're just going to put all that down. Together. I've had this piece kicking around for a while too, and Might as well use it. All right. Just I think I'll tuck that under. I like layering. On the last year or so, I've just gotten more into layering. I really love it. I learned a lot about layering from Bitty Penny. She layers up like nobody's business, and it really does make a difference, I think. So there's another one. I mean, you can really knock these out in no time, and get a lot of clusters done for your journals. And you could even give them, you know, in Happy Mail or whatever. And I don't really have other things that are blue out here. Oops. Except for this, I do have this piece. Could put that on top of that, I guess. Make a little cluster here like this, maybe. Kind of tear the top of the bottom here to make it look like the other. I will put my new music notes upright. I am a musician. So it bugs me when I see people putting music notes upside down. Of course, these are small, so small you can hardly tell, but these are right side up. So that's a small little cluster. You could add maybe something like this behind it, which I think I'm going to do. I think it will be better. Now these are going to have to go sideways, but that's okay. Yeah, I think that helped look a little better. Okay, I think I'm going to stop there, guys. I'm getting pretty tired. I just wanted to get a video. I wanted to come on and just say hi. And so we did, in less than 30 minutes, we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know that doesn't seem like very much, and usually if I have a little more get up and go, I could knock out more than that in 30 minutes, but there they are. Pretty cute. And then what I do is I just don't know where that little tape runner is. Oh, here it is. So I just put a little piece on like that, stick it on, and they come out pretty easy. This one already has, I've been taking some out, so there's little things of tape in here already. Guess it helps to have it right side up. All right. That's that one. I don't like to crowd them too much. And then, let's see. There we've got several on that page. We've got some room over here. So we'll stick that on there. And we can put this one in here. Just like that. So now they're all nice and neat in this book, out of the way, and ready for when I want to use them. So thank you guys for stopping by, and just hit that like button and leave me a comment, and I will see you next time. Have a great night. Bye.